or so. So here's looking forward to that.
Woohoo!
But for now, I guess we're just going to jump straight in to Stars Without Number. So we're just going to start out kind of a little prelude type thing of what happened 2 weeks ago when we last played. So I wrote this down just to make sure I was ready. The trial rages on. The party have united the Knights of Imanon, as well as 5 mafia-esque families called the Primum. The Du, Ru, Mu, Fu, and Su, originally to discuss issues of slavery on their planet Saga 7. Nothing has really been decided. However, many events have gone down, including the assassination of Salamune, the Don of Primum Ru, Marcus Cielny's attempt to prove a point by bringing an live explosive into the trial and getting shot down and incarcerated by the Knights of Imanon after he attempted to set it off about 4 to 5 times. Jed deduced that one of the Dons, Montith of Su, had someone else pulling the strings in his primum, Clarence, his advisor, who was able to manipulate him through what could ultimately be described as mind control, and managed to bring him to the trial only to stun him into an unconscious state. Austin Buttersworth used this opportunity to jump into Montith's mind to show him the issues that have happened in his primum without his knowledge. He, of course, went into a crazy frenzy and is now kind of mentally incapacitated right now. Aven, the son of Don Jereg of the Du, took up the mantle as Don of his primum, and is currently leading the trial, which has revolved around the issues of slavery, assassination, and alleged political corruption, as well as allegations towards Johnny, the new Don of Primum Ru, after the death of Salamune. Last but not least, Amalthia learned what clapping was. So that was all of the major events that kind of happened last time and what everybody has done. Ricardo is not in this session, so they, at least yet, he might join later, but as for now, they took they had some recess. That school's out last session. They are finishing it up to kind of take another break. We'll say for the sake of right now,
slide.
After the mental gymnastics that Aven's had to cross trying to negotiate with all of these people, that he's now let Jed take up the mantle of continuing the trial, because Jed did such a great job in the last session, after all.
God's face.
Yeah.
Can I just point out, I'm so disappointed you didn't say Amalthia learn about the clap.
He did say, oh.
Slow on the draw there.
And just realizing it.
Oh.
So, as I stated at the end of last session, Marcus woke up to see a Knight of Imanon looking over him. He told him that he realized that Marcus could quite potentially be a suicidal psychopath, and as a result is offering him a job. Marcus is currently bound down by metal bracers, so we're actually going to start the story with him today. He kind of tells you, Marcus, that the job is need to know basis, and then he kind of injects something into your neck, and then he tells you to consider that an additional incentive. If things go south, or you try to betray me, you can expect an outcome similar to the Sagara, their necklaces. See, they got the big necklace on because they just want to make sure it's a show of power. When it's in you, it's just, an explosive. Going to go ahead and tell you now, Kyle, this is something that your special move cannot dodge. As much as you try, there's no way to dodge an explosion inside of you. So everybody heard it. Everybody heard me warn him in advance, because I don't want him to immediately be like, I try and punch him and dodge the explosion.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, the neck is a bit difficult to pull that on. Like, if it was like in the arm or something, I've
just got the way to deal with
it.
Yeah.
I hold it outside of the door and then I punch him in the face.
No, it's like when you're getting your blood tested and they wrap that like rubber band around your arm and they pull it really tight.
Oh, okay.
So
I thought you were going to say you can have somebody take your blood and suck the thing back out.
So we can deal with this. I'm just going to head to the ship and get an axe.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Job done.
So we were talking about The Walking Dead.
So do you accept his pretty much otherwise non-negotiable circumstances, Marcus?
I guess.
There's that, or his character could commit suicide, Scott. All right. He tells you launch in 20 seconds.
I guess for now, since my backup character isn't done yet, I did make a. As soon as the last session ended,
Kyle was
I did start making a backup.
Almost.
I did start
help the
backup
outfits
character.
warm. the table that you're on begins to kind of rise up, puts a small little circular piece of circuitry in your ear, and says, "You're gonna need that." And then the brace is open, and you drop down into a little tube. It's much like the pod that you first went to Prometheus on.
Like
Loud
Willy
roars
Wonka's
heard.
chocolate factory.
Yeah, no, kind of. If you want to know kind of what the inspiration's like, that's the best way to describe it.
Nice.
And it's because we talked about it, and I think one of the Minecraft parts, I talked about how that movie was terrifying as a kid. But yeah, so loud roar is heard. The pod is jettisoned out into the darkness of space. As it exits the bay, everything just goes deathly quiet. The only sound you can hear is you breathing. And with that, we will jump back to the trial, where Jed is now...
Marcus is all right.
He's fine.
Who's that breathing so loud?
We just look up and out of the skylight, we just see this little a shooting star. Nice.
In a mnemonic tube. It's like, oh.
A shooting
There
star in
you go.
broad daylight. Although the
It's on
trial,
way by.
the meeting did go on for so long, I wouldn't be surprised if like the sun is set.
Mm.
Even though we started when
Oh,
the
yeah.
sun had
This is the
risen.
next day.
Like 3 days later.
We're on day
Oh
47.
God.
Day 47
What
of the
year
trial.
is
yeah.
this?
Well, I mean, didn't we start the trial like 6, 8 in the morning, something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was early.
It went on for a long time.
Yeah, like around 5,
Yeah.
and the sun's already set.
Yeah, it's probably fair, actually. All right, so Jed, you have the floor.
Okay, so let me just remind myself. I've got Clarence sitting on a chair beside me.
Okay.
I've got little Johnny, who I think is guilty, who I've got no idea is guilty or not. And then we've got a messed up Monty. We've got Butters, who's got no powers left to help in any way, shape, or form.
I have a little bit.
Okay. I'm going to suggest that we take a quick 5-minute break.
You guys
And-
just had a break.
Yeah, we just had one.
Were we not in
We're
it? But
We'll
I-
say you're still in.
We had a
okay,
Say so.
perfect. Because I think I'd like to run the ideas that I haven't got by the rest of the group.
Oh wow, cooperation. That's the first time your party has ever done that.
What?
Right.
You
What's
never,
that?
you guys never mention your plans. Like I said, every time it's Scott going, "Don't worry, I've got this," and then he walks up and he's
Yeah.
like,
Okay, well, don't worry.
"Austin did it."
Yeah.
Don't worry, I've got this. But have you two got any ideas? I mean, I at this moment in time, I don't really know what problem I'm supposed to be solving. I don't know if the slavery problem is a thing that we should be dealing with. I'm not overly worried by it, but Aven was quite annoyed.
A little bit.
And we know that Clarence was responsible for buying the bracelets and necklaces, so I
Right.
guess that's a place to start. But we don't know if it was Clarence's idea. And then the assassinations, the only thing we've got to go on is that it was Johnny, and that was just a stab in the dark. So I don't really know
But it
how we...
seems to be right.
Well, he seems nervous, but I'd be quite nervous if someone was stand up accusing me of murder in front
That's
of
fair.
To
everybody
be
else.
fair, I do think it was a shot in the dark, not a stab. We established that last
Okay,
time.
good point. Yeah, no, good point.
Although it did seem like it did hit something.
Mm. Quite
Yeah, the head.
literally, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, does anyone have any ideas as to how we can proceed?
No.
Great, I'll wing it. Super. I've got this.
No, I think we need to focus on the slavery issue. Seems to be semi-resolved now that things have come to light. Like people's eyes are opened about it. I think the assassinations is kind of where we should be focusing.
Okay, so if we suggest
I
to the rest
agree.
of the families that they need to figure out what they want to do about the slavery, if the slavery is a thing that they all are against, then it should be easy to backtrack
Right.
on the slavery, unless it's being put down by the Knights of Eminon, in which case it's not going to be so easy to control. However, I am quite intrigued to find out if it was Clarence's idea to do it, and how they got the slaves to sign the treaty, which I can only assume was mind control, but I don't know. So I think we'll start with that question, and then we'll move on to us solving the assassination attempts and the families figuring out what to do with the slavery. That seems like a reasonable approach.
And I'm just getting into character as Clarence.
Okay.
That's why I'm having to do this.
Okay. I put my hand in to do like one of those. Oh wait. No one else does
Like in
it.
his hands.
Yeah. No, into our little group. No one else does
Oh,
anything.
okay. I thought it was into Clarence's hands while he was doing it.
Amalthia claps.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk back up. I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna grab a slave and bring them in.
Because that works.
Hold up the.
Last time.
Are you actually doing that?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say everyone has their guns raised.
Okay, so I feel like this meeting's gone on long enough. We haven't really solved any of the issues, so I'm suggesting we try and move this forward. We've got two problems. We've got slaves that all of you claim that you don't know are slaves. However, I think Marcus has kind of gone a reasonable way of proving that they are afraid of these collars that they've got on. They are afraid of doing what they're told. And this is a population that's been troubled for centuries. And all of a sudden, they are bowing to your every whim?
Don Callanter of Prima Moo kind of chimes in and talks about how it was only the Sioux that have the Sagara working under them.
So I think we understand that if Monty, I know you're a bit fucked up at the moment, but Monty, are you going to sort out these slaves or what?
Breakdancing cigar and wine.
Are you going to sort out this issue with the slaves or not? This is your problem. You need to sort it out.
I still don't know what's happening.
Well,
there were events that didn't perspire that now I see. And
okay, well, let's break it down for you. Your family has enslaved a population of people. And your advisor is responsible for it, unless Clarence has got something else to say.
That was a pretty good in character pop, I gotta say. I liked how that one turned out.
It was a good one.
9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 pop.
Would pop
Good
again.
enough for me.
Yeah.
IGN.
Okay, brilliant. Thanks very much, Monty. I appreciate your input.
He's still having a bit of a mental breakdown, though.
Okay.
Can't really do
I
much.
was that good.
No, my dice roll was that bad.
Then
Sure.
Clarence, how are you going to remove the collars?
Sure.
Are you going to remove any form of treaty that was previously put in place?
The treaty was put into place years ago.
Mhm.
The alliance between the Sagara?
Okay. So when did the slavery begin? What was the
Recent
event?
months.
What was the events leading up to these people being enslaved? Or at least having collars on them?
I'm aware of our history with these genocidal beings. We decided to take it upon ourselves to enslave them.
Okay.
Simple as that.
Who's we?
Myself, the knights, those who I could have help me in this endeavor. The ones who could overpower the Sagara.
So you and the knights, or is there more people to this?
I would say me and the knights.
Okay.
A handful of the knights.
I'm going to read his mind and see if he's telling the truth.
Okay. You know what I'm going to say.
What? Oh, yeah. Never mind.
Yeah. He kind of does the whole mind thing himself.
Yeah. Forgot that nice little detail.
Yeah. I also always forget you don't have to roll to do that, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, no. I just bloop.
The other option, Clarence, is that you leave the planet and never come back.
I think that should happen anyway.
I'd rather keep my family safe.
Your family?
My family, the Sioux. I'm part of them. They are my family.
I mean, you seem to be quite happy to backtrack on the work that you've done for however long. So maybe you should tell us why that is. Why you're so keen to now follow the rules that someone from the outside is spouting.
Because I'm aware of where this will probably lead. I kind of have a bit of a foresight, if you don't mind me saying.
Mind sharing?
Yes, it is in fact mind sharing.
Fire away.
No, that was it. He mind shares.
Okay, brilliant. Why don't you show us or share with us this future that you've seen?
There's a war coming,
Between?
and not between the Sagara. Not between the people of this world, but between all of the planets.
And who's going to be fighting?
Not between the Knights and the Defenders of Manon either, but between underground syndicates, between the Knights, between a robotic menace,
Between the lions.
between the Atlanteans.
You seem to know an awful lot about this. What's the how's it stopped? Or isn't it stopped?
Is what stopped?
The war.
I don't know the answer to that.
So what's your plan? Is to have an army?
It would be beneficial.
An army of slaves.
An army that I can control and keep this family safe.
I am putting forward the motion that we incarcerate Clarence until Monty has regained his mind.
The House of Ru, Fu, and Mu all agree.
In some kind of tinfoil chamber.
I
They
agree.
put their hands down and very confused on what your thought is here.
Somewhere where he cannot influence the mind of Monty.
You would need some sort of pre-tech technology that's able to prevent.
The Knights of Emanon are nearby, are they still?
A couple of them.
Do they have the kind of pre-tech technology?
They can do. It depends. I mean, it's of what you know. They have a lot of technology. Do you know if they have it? Not personally.
How? That's not going to work either.
Out of game, do they? Yes. Does your character know? No.
Okay. Well, let's start. Let's start by getting him locked up, and we'll leave Butters with him to ensure that his mind is always free. Butters with Monty, so we know that
Oh, with Monty. I
Yeah,
see.
so
Wait.
we
So
know-
who's being incarcerated?
Clarence.
Clarence.
That way, we always know that Clarence.
Who's incarcerating him?
Who's got a spare jail cell or dungeon? Doesn't matter if it's a sex dungeon, just any kind of dungeon.
In
I don't
fact,
know,
we
like,
prefer
where do you
it
want
to
to, do
be
you want
a
to go to one of the Primum, the Knights? Like,
Well,
what's
we're
your
about to
plan?
head. We're about to head to the local law enforcement. I assume there's one of those. I'd guess we're heading there about the assassination attempts, or were none of them called? Or
I mean, it's all the government thoughts are through these guys, so it's kind of like the
Okay.
family is their.
well, look, we're staying with the do.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's the one that
let's lock him up there.
Aven is now the head of. Okay.
And tell the people of Do to be extra vigilant for people not acting of their own accord. Because
Yeah, it's kind of hard to watch this type of person. I know.
Weird.
He tells you have nothing to worry about.
it's weird. It doesn't really ring true. There's a war coming. And winter.
No, winter's passed already.
Oh, okay. Clarence, I don't feel like you're telling us the whole story. How about we take you back to the Do and you tell us everything that you feel might help us and your family in this case.
Then everything would probably mean I don't tell you anymore. If I want to help my family.
Fucking Riddler. Okay, let's get him locked up. Let's the rest of the families regain some kind of order between you. Johnny.
Now we're back to him then.
Johnny.
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 Can we count on all of the families cooperation in allowing us to investigate the assassination attempts. That means access to homes, to crime scenes, to bodies before they're
Put
burnt.
this Joker in charge.
Johnny, don't make me
No,
put
we're not
you in a
gonna let
cell
you
with.
know.
Don't make me put you in a cell with Clarence.
With what power?
He's a savage.
You're just some random guy from Offworld
I
come in
guess-
here and start calling the shots? I don't think so.
I guess we could vote on it.
Yeah, okay, you guys listen to this, Joker?
Who votes
Yeah.
we should lock up Johnny because he's our only suspect in a murder case?
I
raise up
Lillian
Foo's
of House Fu suggests an instigation and to
An instigation.
instigating kind of the word I was going for, investigation of House Ru. Because she's not fond of how this is going either.
What about the rest of the families?
Well, you're speaking on behalf of Du right now since Aven put you in.
But then Aven's
And
father
then-
is here, so I suggest he should have his own vote.
Yeah, he goes with you. And House Mu follows behind House Du's belief.
I just shake the dirt off my shoulder a little bit
Mm.
and then smirk at him.
I sprinkle a little bit more dirt back on.
Just behind him, you're hiding, putting
Just
dirt
a-
on him.
It's all right because the other shoulder is really dirty. It's up to you if you want to go in our cell with Clarence or a different cell. It's entirely up to you, little Johnny.
Oh, wait. There we go. You guys can't be serious. And, he wants to be away from Clarence.
Okay, let's put him in the
Let's
same
do
cell
it.
as Clarence. And I'm assuming we can have access to the records, this crime scene and the body before it gets burnt.
No?
Okay, well, we're going to do it either way.
You guys really listen to this guy.
It seems like they are.
Guards?
Really seems like they are.
Okay.
Super. Finally, get out of this fucking meeting room. It's really hot in here. Hasn't anyone heard of aircon? Okay, I think we've sort of got a plan. Sort of.
Yep. You and your army of the families, plus the dude pushing a wheelbarrow with sleeping Aven in it. So, walking down the road. So let's go ahead and see what old Marcus is up to then.
You've landed on a sandy planet with a droid beside you.
It's weird how almost
You
right you're
hate
not at all.
sand.
Yeah, it's coarse. It gets everywhere. This is not too far off, but the pod crashes into an uncharted area of land.
Oh, dear.
Very small, very cold, covered in snow. A blizzard. As the pod opens, Marcus can see the atmosphere of the. And by see, I mean you can tell that the world,
Right.
the atmosphere of this world isn't natural. Through the thick wintry storm, that's basically all he can see. Two more pods crash into the ground near Marcus. One contains all of his gear and stuff. The other has a coat, a camera, and a sniper rifle. And then do that little circuitry thing you put in your ear, you hear a voice chime in, and he says, "See, you got nothing to worry about. And by the way, that thing I put in your neck, it picks up the vibrations of the vocal cords. So don't be afraid to keep me up with your progress." And that's based off an actual thing the military has, which is pretty cool. It doesn't hook into the throat, but it goes on the side and it can feel vocal cord vibration, which I think is cool. So I wanted to implement that.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Of course, through the camera, not only will he be able to see your progress, but you'll also be able to see through the storm. It's kind of like it'd be like a Saiyan scouter type thing going on, is what the camera's like. So, it naturally looks really cool. So there's no reason to never not wear it, even if it's not turned on, because it looks really cool.
Yeah. If only I had one of those, I would put it on.
And it stops snow getting in your eye.
That's fair. And he tells you there's a cliff face up ahead, and your first target will be a breeze.
How are you supposed to shoot a breeze?
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can see it in the snow.
Mm. Yeah, but
So I
there-
guess I gather up all my stuff and the sniper rifle.
Mm-hmm. And then, so are you going to where he told you to then?
So I'm guessing this is a assassination attempt.
It's need to know basis. You get to know as he tells you.
Ask him male or female.
He tells you there's a lot of people. And if you go up to the cliffside, you'll see your first target, somebody that also has a sniper rifle that's just standing on the cliffside looking down at something.
Yeah. Because I head to the top side.
So what do you do? This person obviously doesn't hear you because there's a giant, Arctic blizzard happening. There's no sound other than as it flies around. And this person can only see through the scope on the sniper because it's got that cool thing that your camera's got. And that's it. Other than that, you can't see a thing.
Right. So I'm up high. I'm looking down on. I see another sniper.
This is somebody that's up on the cliffside. So it's kind of like you landed up on a really big high area. At the end of the cliff is a person looking down at something. So you're kind of behind a sniper.
Do you want me to kill this man or see an ally?
He tells you, go ahead and do what you think is right.
So he pulls out a slave.
Yeah, well, this is the person that now is convinced that Marcus is a suicidal psychopath and is now telling him to do what he thinks is right. I tackle the man off the cliff and ride him down and smash him.
I'm gonna, I guess, walk up closer to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing since the snow is raging, he can't hear at all, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not even a stealth check for this one.
All right. I'm going to take you said I have all the equipment that I brought with me?
Correct.
All right. I'm going to take the monoblade that's a machete.
Okay.
I'm going to not turn it on, but I'm going to place it on the back of his neck and say friend or ally, or friend or foe.
Friend or ally, you have no choice.
Neither.
And
the second
and then I'm going to ask him what is your mission?
The second you do it, he drops it and holds up his arms like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" It's like, is this part of the training? And
I'm going to ask him, who are you and what are you aiming that sniper rifle at?
Private Sanders, the Knights of Imanon, here for training. I'm watching over the camp. That was my objective.
I'm going to ask him to pick up the rifle. And I'm going to move beside him and look through the scope.
His scope?
Yeah, his scope. I still have... It's a bit awkward, but I still have the monoblade on the back of his neck, and I'm like kind of leaning over, looking through the scope. What do I see?
Yeah, he's looking down at what basically looks like it could be some type of training camp. You see a bunch of guys, running in like line. You see people doing push-ups and chin-ups, and you see what's ultimately a Knights of Imanon training camp.
All right. What's Is there any markings on his coat or uniform that I would
he's got
recognize?
stuff. He's wearing. You see like the little triangle badge thing that kind of shows he's from Imanon, and it's like a cadet uniform. And that's whenever you hear ring through, "What are you waiting for? Kill him."
I'm going to tell him.
And then, of course, rings through the old earpiece.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm all right. Good job, but just remember, always watch your six. That's why snipers have a team. or usually in a duo.
He's like, yeah, okay, chief. Because he has no idea who you are, other than somebody that
Right.
just.
And
So
then
you-
say, then just get back to it, and I just back up.
Okay. And he kind of looks, makes sure everything's fine, and then starts looking back to the sniper again and watches the training concur. Are you acting on anything else, or?
I'm gonna. I guess I don't want to back too far away so he can't hear me talking. And, what was that? It was that your test?
No, you're supposed to kill him.
Why would I kill someone who's on your side? Or why would I kill?
Because that's your mission. Accept it, or you're blowing sky high.
So tense.
Yeah.
So tense.
Many thoughts are happening.
Yep.
Sorry, podcast people. We're just staring intently at Kyle while he stares intently at the floor.
No, I'm just wishing that I had bought more grenades.
You and your freaking grenades, man.
Yep. Hey, they get the job done. Yeah, I'm
what's the
gonna.
plan?
Yeah, I guess back up a bit more and then pull up the sniper rifle that they gave me.
Okay.
Oh, phew.
Gonna check the ammo,
Okay. Yeah, it's a
check the
full,
bullets.
full mag. You're all good.
Right, do the bullets look real, not fake or anything?
Oh, they're 100% real. You're looking in your sniper, yeah?
Yeah.
Then yes. Last chance, Marcus.
Can I just say, I'm so glad I was just in charge of the meeting.
Gonna aim it at his head.
Mm-hmm.
Be I'm trying to think of how I want to phrase this real quick. You know, shit like this is why I hate you people. And I pull the trigger.
Okay. Roll to see if you hit. I'm assuming he is, in fact, your target, yeah.
He's gonna shoot up into the sky and hope to hit the plane or the spaceship. That what's his name's in.
You're shooting
Yeah.
him with a high caliber sniper rifle from about 3 yards away.
Pretty much.
I mean, I backed up a good bit.
Brain mattered.
Well,
I still
They
suggest
gave me
that
the
Brain
sniper
Matt was
rifle.
going to reach the camp that he was looking at.
Yeah.
The camp's a pretty good distance.
Oh, red snow.
Yeah, well, they gave me the sniper rifle to kill him, which is what I'm going to do right now. I'm just checking my stats to make sure that I stuff. All right.
Oh,
Fuck sake.
Of course.
Wow.
I was
Perfect
so
roll,
hoping to
20.
get like a 1.
Wow.
Almost too.
did Kala leave?
Carla disappeared, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Did I?
Roll
Yeah,
20,
you
yeah.
left.
Roll 20. I didn't.
While she's
I'm already
figuring
here.
that out, yeah, you make it where it's painless and quick. Because you don't have to really roll, because the second it hits him with your crit 20, his body flips over the cliffside and spirals down as it just, the shot is enough to take him out, but then the body just hits and disappears into the snow down into basically a chasm below. Then you hear over the speaker, "Good, now take his spot up on the cliffside." And he has you look out over the camp. And he tells you, "There's your next group of targets."
So you want me to commit manslaughter on a massive scale?
That'll be once you reach the base. And with that, we'll get to switch back to the fun people at the trial, or not the non-trial.
God.
I just like you want me to commit manslaughter on a massive scale. Like, I was okay with one. One was fine. But 2 plus is just...
No, I mean, he said it's a training camp, so I'm expecting there's like 10, anywhere between 10 and 35 people.
I think that's a pretty good estimate, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still don't see Callback, by the way.
Yeah,
She popped in for like a second and then disappeared again.
Yeah, I'm rejoining. 1 second. Roll20 hates me for no reason. There we go.
Punch it in the face.
It's I can't punch into the internet.
Then you're not trying hard enough.
Yeah.
I didn't put any skill points into that.
Oh, damn.
I rolled a 1. Okay. That's how I live my life.
So as for everybody else now that Tall is back, okay, you rolled a 10 for some reason.
Oh yeah, the
He
screen
got refreshed.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, you approach Rue's house. The house Rue.
Okay.
It's got a nice.
Can I just say that what we've done is we've sent Johnny and Clarence back to the Do's house.
Yep.
We've locked them up in like an old medieval cell.
Yeah.
With their
Aven
arms,
personally made sure to bring them back.
with their arms locked up against the walls and their legs locked up against the walls. And I've asked that key to be returned to Butters.
Okay.
Okay. I am the
that's all
keeper of
perfectly
the
fine.
key now.
I am the gate master.
I am the key keeper.
And I am the executioner.
Okay, cool.
And I am the
You made
game
that
master.
choice.
And Kala knows how to clap.
And she's the clapper.
Yay!
Okay, so we're heading to Little Johnny's.
Nice just area of like cool bushes and stuff that kind of go through, intricately placed. The big fountain in the center. They got a pool.
Okay.
Marble looking house again, like all the other Primum.
We're gonna have to have a pool party here afterwards.
What was
We'll
the-
figure it all out.
What was the geezer's name who got killed?
Oh, Salamune?
Yeah. As soon as we get there, I'm gonna ask if they've burnt the body yet.
You cut out, what'd you say?
I'm gonna ask if they've burnt the body yet.
And they tell you no, but he's gonna be cremated soon.
Okay. I run in and shout at the morgue. Stop the cremation.
Okay.
I have reason
And,
to believe this man is not dead.
They stop and like, what?
No, just kidding. We need to inspect the body.
Okay. Yeah, and they're like under what pretense?
Under the investigation of the people who killed your Don.
And then they see, you have an army of people from all the other families outside, and they kind of look up like,
God, army.
okay, he's yours.
Super. What do I see? What do we see?
So Salamune is laying there. They put like white robes all down him because ceremonial because he died, and they're gonna cremate him or whatever. He's been shaved bald. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Carry on.
No, you're thinking something.
Yeah,
What
I
is
am.
it?
Carry on.
Okay. He's got a hole through the back of his head where he's been shot through the back and out to the front.
I throw up
Okay.
on the ropes.
Into the hole.
Onto the ropes.
Okay.
God,
Is that what you were
control
laughing
yourself.
about?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Well, he said the thing. So yeah, he's definitely dead.
Okay. And that's the. Can we tell? I don't really know how we tell this, and I presume it's a roll for us. But can we tell if it was at close range? If there was any kind of fight? Was there You know, was it a
Roll,
gun to the
roll
back
perception.
of the? Was it gun to the back of the head, or was it a?
Yeah, roll perception.
I guess we can all do this.
Weren't you the one doing the
Right.
check?
I suggest we all.
Well, I mean, we're all there.
So
We all are kind of looking over the body, or at least I am.
Yeah. Is it, sorry, perception, did you say?
yeah.
Yeah, I guess if you have better in medical, you could go with that as well.
Uh,
0 in both. So straight 6
yeah.
on mine.
What do I add to perception? Is it intelligence?
What?
I think we add
Intelligence.
intelligence.
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
And this will be something that happened. So
Then I got a
we'll go
5.
wisdom. Okay.
Actually, if
Yeah.
it's wisdom, then I got a 6. Oh shit.
8.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. Is that plus your modifiers as well, Cole?
Yeah, it's 0.
Okay. So yeah, then Amalthia kind of walks up and looks down at it, realizes that the gun must have been relatively close. There's no sign of a struggle or anything. Like he probably wasn't fighting. The bullet's a straight through pass, which means somebody must have just walked up and just kind of put it right there and just fired. So yeah, probably pretty instantaneous. It was in a spot that was it was a kill. It was a kill shot that was obviously placed close enough to be a one-shot kill.
Is there like a chief of security or something along those lines?
You're looking at his corpse.
Okay, super. Is there someone else that would have known the rest of the security schedule or
It
protocol?
would have just been wherever the family was at the time.
Okay, they don't have people like guarding the perimeter or.
Yeah, it's a lot of family members that just kind of go off and on shift.
Okay, so who was working last night?
Who are you asking?
Anyone who's in the room.
And they tell you they can go and check.
That would be great.
Yeah.
And have you got some accounts that we can have a look at as well, please?
And they tell you that's kind of classified.
It is, but do you want to find out who killed your master or not?
And then go ahead and roll me persuasion. They agree. They go and get the reports.
Okay. So I guess we're looking through those for anything that might indicate that there's been a sum of money paid out for multiple assassination attempts.
And very, very recently, there is a major financial drop where their total income, or not income, but their total wealth kind of is streamlining every now and then. There's like a little bump, and then it just dive bombs, stops, and then, it's where it is now.
Do we see any kind of transactions against this sudden plummet, or?
It doesn't have any of the transactions. It also shows like the numbers of where the overall currency was.
Okay. Is there anything that we can glean from this information that would point it towards being paid on an assassination attempt? Is there anything we can link to it?
Other than maybe trying to find out where that money would have went otherwise.
Okay. And it would have been done through credits and so on and so forth.
Yes.
So there should be a trail of where they're being sent.
Correct.
Okay. Do we know anyone who can find out about these things?
I don't know, is there anyone in particular you're looking for? Like
Well,
any
to see where the
specialty
money,
types?
see where the money's been paid, essentially.
Wouldn't there be like a bookkeeper or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Or like an advisor of the family, because like some of the other families had advisors and stuff.
Yep. This one is Johnny.
Oh, well, never mind then.
So is there something we can do from a computer's point of view to find out, to trace that payment?
You very well might be able to.
Well, I can't, but can. Okay. Let's get your data slab out, Sunshine.
Which one of you has the best computer skill?
Mine's at 0.
I'm at
-1.
I'm at -1 as well.
Sounds like an Amalthia job
Amalthia is stepping up to the
Does
plate.
sound like an Amalthia job.
with her great rolls.
Yeah. So computers and what?
I guess it's intelligence.
That'd be my guess.
Intel.
Yeah.
Pentium 4 processor.
7.
You rolled a 7?
I rolled a 7.
So yeah, you can't really trace where it went, but you can kind of trace that. Yes, they've been funneling all the money into one thing. Like that big assortment of money all went into a single purchase or a single transaction.
Okay.
And it was at different times. It wasn't all at once.
It was all at once. It was one big transaction.
Okay, it was one big transaction.
That happened.
Just the way you said it, I thought maybe it was multiple.
It happened like 2 days prior to the assassination.
Was Suleimani, is that his name?
Salamune?
Yeah, was he? That's what I said.
No, it's not. You said it backwards, Scott.
Was he married?
The reason I remember is when he originally showed me the name, I laughed and called him Sailor Moon.
Was he married?
No, he was single.
Okay. Any other
Ready to
family?
mingle.
Any other family members?
The primum.
Okay. Who? Can I ask one of the staff if there's been any lavish investments or updates or purchases made around the house?
Yeah, no, nothing new. I mean, we've got everything we pretty much need. We got our pool, got the recreation room.
Okay.
The other recreation room.
That's all you need, really.
Can we see where the incident took place? And
Yeah,
can we ask the family members if they know how the assassin got into the building? Was it for is there any signs of
There
forced entry?
was no sign of breaking or entering.
So was there windows open or?
No, everything was shut, sealed.
Okay.
Yeah. You're free to try and do like investigations around windows and stuff if you want to see if you can find anything else. But other than that,
well, I don't know which assassin stealths into a property, uses a gun, and then closes a window behind them.
Right.
Well, I do. An Aven Warre kind of bounty hunter.
A courteous one.
Time on his mind.
Yeah. I'm worried about global warming. I don't want to.
Yeah. Well, they don't. Yeah. Don't want bugs getting in.
Did anyone hear the gunshot?
No. Must have been silenced or something.
Okay.
Some type of suppressor.
So let's go up to where the incident took place.
Okay. So they bring you to Salamune's, kind of like just a chill room where, the house do kind of has this big, like throne type thing almost where they sit. It seems like he has a couch where he kind of kicks back, watches the game.
Okay. What do we see?
The space sports ball.
Yeah, exactly. He, I mean, it's pretty much just that. Nothing really seems to have been messed with. It's, you can see where there's like a little bit of drag marks where they move the body out, but that's from where they took him to
They
get
didn't
ready
even
to cremate
lift him up. The bastards.
Is there how many doors into this room are there?
There is just the main door. That's
Hmm.
and opposite the couch, so the couch can see it.
Is there
Right.
is there lots of blood?
No, they clean that up.
Okay. I expected more blood. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, they clean that up.
So I'm going to ask how they
There's
found
a
how they
little bit on
found
the
him.
couch, maybe.
How did they find him when they?
Like this. I don't know. No, he's laying on the arm of his couch, just kind of head sloped down, blood dribbling down onto his
Okay.
shirt.
And I guess we'll investigate the windows and doors into this room, see if there's any signs of forced entry. Yes.
There's the one door and then the windows, one window. So go ahead and roll if you'd like.
What are we rolling? Perception.
Yeah.
8.
Yeah, the windows has not been messed with.
Ooh.
Not only has the window not been messed with, it's locked.
Are all of the windows locked?
The ones in this room are.
What about the other rooms?
I mean, you can go and check the other rooms too if you'd like, but that you'd have to go back out the door you just came in because that's the only door to get in.
Okay. Can we see an obvious way of getting in from the outside into this home?
Just
No.
that door.
You
Is there? But then saying that, was there obvious ways of getting into house 2?
Yeah, because it was built a little bit more for regal appearance as opposed to living safe and happy.
Okay. Has Johnny got a wife? Do we know?
No.
Is Johnny single?
He might have like a girl or something on the side.
I'm going to be honest. I like a bad boy.
Yeah.
We know you do, Scott. Now, is that Scott talking or Jed?
I'm gonna ask if Johnny's been acting differently recently to anyone who's around.
Yeah, hang on. I'm gonna have to do an a perception. I guess it'd be insight, whatever it is. The intelligence one. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I think intelligence would be insight.
Yeah, come to think of it, he seemed the least distraught. Maybe not as much as least distraught, but he didn't mourn the death of Salamune.
Okay.
That could just be him personifying his aggressions elsewhere, but
can we search Johnny's room?
You can.
Here, did they find the bullet at all?
Yeah.
Just normal bullet, nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah, it's from a pistol.
It's not a magic bullet. No.
No.
I suggest we all search Johnny's room, looking for a weapon.
Let's go.
Okay. The door is locked.
I'm gonna kick it down.
Oh shit.
Okay, give me a strength check.
I'm so hurting myself. Oh no. Oh, nice.
There you go.
Yeah, you shatter straight through the door. It's one of the coolest looking door kicks that you've ever seen.
I trip over the remaining part of the door.
You trip before you kick it and just fall through the door.
Still look wicked cool though.
He has you see his bed in there. He's got a large wooden desk with a chair behind it.
15 sentry bots.
He's got a large window that kind of looks out over the pool.
For large tracts of land.
And his dressers.
Nice. I'm going to go sit in his big chair.
Okay.
Spin round in it a bit.
It doesn't spin, but okay.
Okay, and then in that case,
I'm gonna put Blue on the floor and say, "Okay, do your business. Be a good boy."
And then
Blue
I
starts
guess
eating his bed.
I'm gonna search.
Nice.
I'm gonna search the drawers and the desk for a weapon.
Okay.
Or anything
go
else.
Ahead and,
anything else
go
I
ahead
might
and roll.
find.
Some perceptions.
Yeah, I'll look around like the bed and all that nice stuff.
I have to look at what that said it was because both your dice are on top
10.
for me. Okay. Plus your
My perception's a 1. My intelligence is a 1.
okay. Then yes, you find a note from the resistors, which are the big enemy of all the primum.
Gang of electrical nerds. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
Talking about exactly. Whatever Ricardo was thinking when he named them. They've been having transactions. And a large sum of money was deposited from them to the resistors. Or what's left of them. The Knights of Emanon have been a little bit busier lately because of the whole trial thing setting place. So rather than fighting off the resistors, they had to leave. And now it's been, Johnny has now been talking to them now that the Knights haven't been fighting them.
Is there a name or anything on the note?
No.
Okay. We need to search the rest of the room for a weapon, I think. See if we can find anything that we can tie in to the...
I got a 9.
Clue evidence.
I got a 9 on my perception investigation.
Mouth, have you rolled yet?
No, I didn't. 8.
Okay. What was your roll total, Scott?
12.
So then he does find something else. Never mind. I thought you had 10.
I got 10.
You
and
had
a 1 for perception and a 1 for intelligence.
You find a loose floorboard, hollowed out, and in it a pistol
With a silencer?
with a silencer.
Can we do
Is
a
there
bullet
missing?
striation match and see?
I mean, you probably just see if there's a bullet missing, really.
That might be easy.
Can I pick it up?
The-
Can I pick it up with a handkerchief though?
Do you have a handkerchief?
No.
Just use Austin's clothes.
Yeah, Butters. Come
Yeah,
here.
I was
Come
gonna
here.
say, we're
Come
not
here,
gonna go
Butters.
straight to Austin's coat.
Stay away.
Like, I was waiting for it.
Yeah, I was like, handkerchief. Jed doesn't use handkerchiefs. Jed just uses bits of
He just
Austin's
rips
clothes.
clothing off of Austin.
As he goes to get some of my clothes, Blue kind of growls at him.
What? No, right now Blue's eating Johnny's pillow.
I don't know.
It's like already in half.
I'll allow it.
Unnamed puppy is
I'm
behaving.
sure we can find something in this room to pick up the gun delicately.
Hmm.
And I guess we'll check to see if there's a bullet missing from a clip
Which there is.
and to see if that bullet matches the same kind of bullet that's been fired.
You have to give me a check.
God, this is like CSI.
I know
Yeah.
it's weird, isn't it? Except this is more entertaining than CSI. Okay.
An 8.
Yep,
think.
it matches.
Okay. So I guess we bag all that shiz up.
Okay.
Is there like a criminal underworld on this planet other than the Resistance? Is there like a somewhere we can go where some criminals will be able to assist?
This planet's strange in that, you know, they're all the mafia. Basically, the planet, the people in charge are the criminal underworld.
Okay.
The people that
Which-
are underground are more the good guys.
Which one of the families is the most technologically advanced in terms of being able to trace this money?
That's a very good question.
Thanks, man.
Just go ahead and say, for the sake of it, since Ricardo never gave me that information, the foo.
Okay. So I suggest we head in that direction to see if we can
Yeah.
find out where this money's going.
Can we also see if they have any fighters?
Like vehicles?
No, like the Foo Fighters. You would think they'd be a good. Never mind.
I saw where you were going, but no.
I saw where he was going. I was hoping he wasn't going there.
I did go there. Someone had to.
They make their
Yep.
way to visit Donna, sorry, 'cause she's female, Lillian at House Foo, Primum Foo. So now we get to go back to see Marcus. Marcus,
Yep.
Should
As
we?
as I'm
Hi.
sure.
Should we take
Oh.
a break there? It's been an hour or so. Do we want to
Oh,
carry
yeah,
on? Or?
by all means. Take a break.
Do we want
That's
a
a
break?
perfect.
Super.
We'll go with a break.
I want to see Carl's face as it drags on even longer. Is why. We'll be back.
Well,
in
he
about,
stews about it some more.
we'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Woohoo!